Hello everyone, welcome back. Now we'll be looking into a new project in web development program. This project is titled as To-Do list. We have to basically make a website to make a set of tasks or a set of work that needs to be done into a list, and that will be displayed on a website. So basically this website will not only be useful for time management aspect, but also to understand what work needs to be done. In a way, it's very important for management. So what is expected in this website? So before we look into that, we will refer our document first, and from there we will get into what needs to be done. So let's go ahead. Yeah. So this is the document. So our project title is to make a to-do list website. In this project, we will create a dynamic and user-friendly to-do list. The website will help us manage tasks efficiently to provide and the UI should be clean as well as intuitive. The thing that are expected from this website are we should able to add tasks which needs to be done in the to-do list website, mark them as done, delete them as well as edit. So for example, if you want to add work like we have to study for 3 hours, we should be able to add that. And if we change our mind, if you want to change it, we have to go to a shopping. For an example, if you have to go shopping, we can edit that and change that study to shopping. And once that is done, we should be able to mark it as the work is done, and as well as if that work is deemed as unimportant, we can delete that as well. So in a nutshell, all of these things are expected. Yeah. So now we'll look into the instruction how to go about it. So there are 3 important phases in this project. With 3 different languages included. First one is HTML, that will define the basic layout of our website. Second one is CSS, that will beautify our website, look it more readable, at the same time make it more aesthetic. The third one is JavaScript, which will define the working and the entire code that will help us do all of the functioning of the website. Yeah. So let us look into the instruction first. The first and foremost step in all of these 3 phases is to create a HTML structure. Once the HTML structure is ready, we can again beautify them and add functionality to that as well. So first basic step is to create an HTML structure. To build after building the basic HTML structure, the second step is to style it. To beautify it to the point that it should be visually appealing at the same time easy to understand and work with the to-do list website. Third one is to add functionality, that is to actually make the website work. CSS and HTML will help us only display things, not work with them. So when if we need to add task, delete it, edit it, HTML and CSS won't help us with that, but JavaScript will do. It will store these values and display it as well. So on the programming side, actual programming will be done in JavaScript, and HTML, CSS will help us display it. So in a nutshell, that will be it. So so before you start coding, I would like to show you a simple example to help understand how all of these 3 correlate and how the end product will look like. Now we look into the coding section. So there will be 3 different files for HTML, CSS and JavaScript respectively, but now I am using codepen.io so that we can see how 3 of them interact together and to understand individual function. So let us begin. So first we will create the HTML, the basic layout. So I'll go ahead and comment the part for CSS. Yeah. So now you can see that it has changed. I'll go ahead and do the same for JavaScript as well. Yeah. So you can see this is how the layout will look if there is only HTML. The buttons don't work. Edit, delete doesn't work, but it will help us to make sure that the basic layout is there. Now we'll beautify it via CSS. I will show that to you. So after doing the CSS part, you can do it as you want. The styles you want to use, the buttons you want to use, the font, everything is changeable and it can be as per your preference. So even now you can see that the buttons don't work. It just is a beautiful version of the previous one. To add functionality, JavaScript will help us. The function of JavaScript is to make sure that all the buttons and everything if working. It's the real programming part in this project. So I'll go ahead and uncomment it, if that's a word. So basically now we will be adding the items, and all these buttons will start working. So for example, I can go ahead and edit the payables. Let's remove the payables and we can just put it workout. So we can go ahead and see that it has been edited. We can delete it as well. We can go ahead and add a new one, let's say study, and top of that you can see all the buttons are working. We can mark them as complete. So you can see the difference between each of them, how it gradually helps us towards the end product. With that, we come to an end of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your mentors. They will surely help you. Thank you.